He never thought buying a home would feel like signing a contract with my worst enemy. When he first moved into my neighborhood, he believed the lie. You know the one. The perfectly green lawns, the smiling neighbors, the promise of community. And the answer were those 3 innocent letters he barely noticed on the paperwork. Homeowners Association. They told me it was there to protect property values. What they conveniently left out was that it would try to control every aspect of my life. It all started small, almost logically so. A single letter in my mailbox. Your trash bin was visible for more than 12 hours after pickup. It was just a warning. No more fine, just a friendly reminder. It chuckled. 12 hours? Seriously? Who has the time to count? But then the letters kept coming. My grass was half an inch too tall. My car was parked 1 foot too close to the curb. My porch light was the wrong color. It was white, but apparently, it wasn't the approved white. That's when it hit me. Someone was watching my every move. He decided to go to my first HOA meeting, thinking a little logic and the reason would clear everything up. That was a big mistake. The board members sat there behind folding tables like they were judges in some makeshift courtroom. They were all smiles, polite on the surface, but there was something dangerous underneath. He asked a simple, direct question: why are the rules so incredibly strict? The president leaned forward, that smile never leaving his face, and he sighed, if you don't like the rules, maybe this community isn't for you. That one sentence changed everything. In that moment, this wasn't my home anymore. It was their territory, and he was just a guest who had overstayed his welcome. Soon, the friendly warnings turned into court, hard fines. $50, $100, $250. All for things that were completely ridiculous. A plant pot they hadn't approved. A doormat with the word welcome written in the wrong font. Yes, you heard me right, a font. He appealed every single one. Denied. He asked for proof. They sent me photos of my own house, taken from the street, documenting my violations, my private space, under constant surveillance. It quickly escalated from fines to harassment, all disguised as community standards. They started doing inspections of my property weekly, sometimes even daily. I'd leave for work and I'd come home to find another violation notice taped to my front door. It felt like a siege. Then, the psychological warfare began. Neighbors stopped talking to me. They'd avert their eyes when you walked by. Why? Because the HOA had warned them, associating with non-compliant residents creates issues for the whole community. They were turning my own neighbors against me, using isolation as a weapon. And they knew exactly how powerful that weapon could be. One afternoon, he came home to find a letter. It wasn't a warning. It wasn't another fine. It was a legal notice. The words jumped off the page: a failure to comply with community bylaws may result in a lien on your property. A lien on my home, the one thing I had worked my entire life to buy. All of this, over the height of my grass, the color of a light bulb, and the font on a doormat. He sat on my floor that night, holding that letter, and a terrifying realization washed over me. He could lose my home without ever missing a single mortgage payment. That's when the fear turned into cold, hard anger. He decided to fight back. He spent nights reading every single HOA rule, every bylaw, every dusty clause and the forgotten loophole. He started documenting everything: dates, times, photos of their own violations. Illegally recorded every meeting, asking pointed questions they couldn't answer. And suddenly, they weren't smiling anymore. In my research, he uncovered something shocking. The HOA president's cousin just happened to own the official landscaping company for the neighborhood, the same company that was issuing half the violations for overgrown grass and the unapproved plants. The fines weren't about maintaining standards. They were about generating income. He exposed it. He didn't get emotional. He just presented the facts. He sent letters to every homeowner. He posted the truth online for everyone to see. And slowly, but surely, people started to wake up. Attendance at the HOA meetings doubled, then tripled. Residents who had been silent for years started demanding answers. They demanded audits. They called for new votes. The board panicked. And in one unforgettable meeting, facing a room full of angry homeowners, the president resigned. The entire board was replaced. The ridiculous rules were revised. The fines were refunded. And just like that, the HOA's reign of terror was over. He still lived in the same house. But he learned a critical lesson. and HOA doesn't protect our community. People do. Rules without accountability become weapons. Power without oversight always becomes abuse. So if you're dealing with your own HOA nightmare, remember this: document everything. Learn the rules better than they do. And never, ever let fear silence you. Because it's not just about grass. It's about freedom. I bought a house for peace. Instead, I got a fight. And I won. Thanks for watching.